and today we're going to talk about building your own winter container. And we've put together some kits that you can utilize at home with your existing containers that you have laying around. Today we're going to use a 10-inch black container, and you utilize the soil that was already in your container. So no need to build with fresh soil, just utilize what's already in there. But the nice thing about winter containers with fresh evergreens is a lot of the greens that we will be using will stay green and fragrant through the winter. So you can build them now and enjoy on your porch or patio until frost, sometimes even getting rid of them around Valentine's Day. So we have just unloaded a lot of our fresh greens, and this is our kit that we put together, and it will be available online. And it's our do-it-yourself winter container, but it's a blend of incense cedar, which is very fragrant. We have a little bit of Douglas fir, and we also have some Canaan fir involved. And these are greens that will not brown. The only green you really want to stay away from is the white pine. White pine is a great accent green, but it does get brown pretty quick. So we like to use some of the firs. So I'm going to start using my Felco No. 2 pruners. And if you're looking for a great Christmas gift for your gardener, Felco No. 2, which we have in store, are great pruners, very sturdy, and will last a lifetime. So I'm going to grab my pruners. But this container, we're going to start, this bundle will actually probably do up to a 14-inch container or get you pretty close. But I'm going to start by trying to find a piece that I can use for my back. The general rule of thumb is you want 1.5 times the height of your container. Second rule of thumb is don't be afraid to cut your greens. Just because your greens come in a bundle doesn't mean you can stick them straight in and it be arranged. So I'm going to take this one. It looks nice and sturdy for my back. So I'm actually going to go ahead and cut. This is not waste. We're going to use that too. So I'm going to stick this in for my back. And then I'm going to take some pieces and cut away. And the next kind of rule of thumb is to change textures throughout, but fill in so you don't see the soil. So here's my piece of Fraser fir. So I'm going to, again, don't be afraid to cut. I'm going to kind of work my way from the back to the front. And again, sometimes you're just taking all these little branches and cutting them off your stem to use. And then of course you don't need the twigs. Another good one for height. So I'm going to just put this in the back. And again, just using different textures, although I do like to use the incense cedar in the front because it has a draping effect, and it kind of gives a good final accent to the front. So we're just going to cut many pieces. This should be interesting since I'm making this backwards. We'll try to do this as quick as possible, but really just taking your pieces, snipping, filling. And porch pots are just really festive and nice. You can also put a small potted evergreen on your porch, decorate it just like a Christmas tree, but we like utilizing the containers that you already have there from the summer so that you have winter containers all winter. So we're going to build from the back to the front. I have to turn around to see where my holes are. And I'm just going to poke, cut, poke, to fill in so that it's nice and full. And again, this big piece, you know, it's not going to stay big or work very well, or you'll have all of your greens flop over to the front. So we're just going to cut away and fill. I've got a lot of my pieces here, and I will probably have some extra pieces that I could use decorating somewhere else, but I wish you could smell my hands. I should have put my gloves on, but they smell nice and fragrant. And the nice thing about the Douglas fir, this is the Douglas fir, it's nice and soft. And if you rub your hands against it, it has nice citrus smell, which is great. So now I'm going to accent with some of my cedar. For a little texture. And I need to find my incense cedar. Here's my little draping incense cedar. So I'm going to put that over the edge. I like how it hangs over the front. And that's a pretty good base. As you see, I still have some left, so if I had a little bigger pot, I would have plenty. But I've got my basic porch pot. We also sell the winterberry bundles, and these bundles actually come off of a holly bush. It's a winterberry holly bush, and they are wonderful for holiday arrangements. Again, don't be afraid to cut into smaller pieces just to add an accent of color. One big piece may be a little too much. And then we also have pine cones that are already on sticks, so very easy to kind of incorporate into your container. And then we're going to top it off with a bow. And we can help make your bow for you. We'll have some standard bows available on our online store. And then voila, you have your own do-it-yourself winter container for the winter. Check out our website, rhodesgardencenter.com, and click on online store and then holiday shop, and you'll find what we spoke about today. Have a good day.